Alright, I apologize about that. My stream keeps ending, so I had to switch to OBS. Unfortunately, it keeps ending, so I'm sorry about that, but we're back. Okay, so if you remember what happened last time, I was telling you about what you had installed Rage Native UI and stuff like that. I'm sorry that you're going to have to watch all of that again. I'm sorry about that. So what you're going to do is you're going to delete didn't put 8, delete that. You're going to want to get rid of native trainer, because we don't need native trainer. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to grab these 3 files. Okay, grab these 3 files. Drag them. Drop them right into here. That's only one file. What am I doing? Aiden, you're a little slow. Drag these 3 ones and grab them. It's going to say replace, but go ahead and just replace it. Just like that. My OBS is having difficulties. Okay, so you're going to download the latest version, which is scripthookv.net nightly 74. Alright, so once you download that, what you're going to do is you're going to grab these ones right here. You're going to grab this, drag it, drop it into here, and then boom, that's scripthookv.net nightly. That's what you're going to need. Right? Okay, so now what you're going to do is now we need Rage Native UI. So again, we're going to type in, I'm in caps, alright. Sorry about that. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to click this Rage Native UI either here or here, it doesn't matter. Well, preferably this one. You're going to click, download that, open the file. You're going to minimize this, grab these 2 files, drag them and drop them right here. Boom, that's done. Now we just need heap adjuster and resource adjuster, and then that is it for now. Heap adjuster takes away any error messages that you may have. Heap adjuster, again, all you have to do is search up these and then these files are there, okay. I'm going a little fast, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to get this done as soon as possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab these 2 files, same as before, drag them and drop them into your main game directory. Then same thing, resource adjuster. You're going to type in resource adjuster. You're going to download that. This fixes texture loss, so you're not losing textures, which is a very good thing. You're gonna get rid of this README because you really don't need it. Delete the README. Gonna grab these 2 files, drag them, drop them, and then boom. Now after all that, we are now done, and now that is gonna fix any crashes that you may be getting. So that are the main files that have really hi Tracy. Those are the main files that really causes crashes, okay? I had to switch over to OBS because my software was not my other GeForce experience was not working for some weird reason. Okay. So we're not really gonna focus on we're going to focus on now. There's a lot of things we need to focus on. Okay. We're going to install 2 callout packs. Pretty self-explanatory. Well, wait. Alright, so the callouts will be done in a different video because the callouts are a pain in the mother flipping butt. Like, they're super hard because there's a lot of callouts that I have to install. So they'll be done tomorrow, but this episode is mostly focusing on an OpenIV and just getting Lspdfr started for you guys. So, now what you're going to do is we're going to load the game just to be safe, just to make sure the game's loading right, because we did just install script_v, resource adjuster, heap adjuster, and all that other fun stuff. So you're just going to make sure the game's running right, and if it's not, that means you installed something you weren't supposed to. As you see, it's loading perfectly fine, which means we are doing everything right so far. We're just going to load into the entire game just to make sure. This necklace tastes tasty. Okay. So, we're going to... Again, we're just going to keep loading into the game. With OpenIV, you really got to be careful with the mods you install. It does taste very good. Okay. You're gonna click F4, go to PD. Alright, and you're just gonna click F4 and force duty. Now, if your grammar police does not load off the very first time, something is extremely wrong. You did something wrong. Alright, now I'm gonna set up grammar police. I'm going to set up grammar police now. You're going to click Control F2. And then you're going to see this come up. You're going to click PTT settings. My push sound is on 3. My release sound is 0. So when I release the button, nothing will come up. And the preference response I use is 2. Let me show you. This is the preference response. So this is the response you want to hear. So this is the response I hear every single time we say or this is like telling the dispatcher what sort of response you want her to respond to you as. Testing.
Copy, go ahead with your traffic.
So she'll say something along the lines of that when you say that, okay? And then my immersion settings, enable jail waypoint. I say have that off. Enable priority tone, have that on. Do not enable auto priority tone because that will just be annoying. Click enable traffic stops. Enable pursuit authority. Don't enable that. Officer check-in arrival, I would say have it at like 4 because like if you're on a scene for more than 4 minutes, something's seriously wrong. Especially in Lspdfr. A scene does not take that long. Use generic response, and then my backup settings. I have dispatch ask if I need backup when I have a suspect in custody. Taser, and investigating, and that's really it. Then after that you can save, and then you can just test it out like this. Same 44.
Clear radio transmission, go ahead.
Make sure you put it on hold to talk, or else you would just be holding it forever. Show me 10-7.
10-4, Sam, 44.
Okay. And then, again, like I said, there's many ways you can talk to her, like, Sam 44.
Go ahead.
Show me, patrol.
10-4, Sam, 44. A call has come in for a suspect fleeing the area on foot, last seen westbound near Main Street, wearing dark jeans and a t-shirt, requiring immediate response. 0415 on Strawberry Avenue. Calls come in for shots fired in the area.
Anyway.
Stop spotter confirmed. Multiple 911 calls confirmed. Code 99. All units respond.
Shush
Requiring
up.
immediate
Thank you. Jeez. Okay, anyway, you get it. So, yeah, now that that's done, we can now move on to OpenIV. We will come back to this later, but as of right now, we are not going to come back to this because the callouts are mega annoying. So you want to download something called EUP menu, okay? You can find it on the Lspdfr website. You're going to click in Files, and then do not drag the Raise Native UI, okay? You're just going to drag the plugins. So grab this, drag it and drop it to your main game directory, and then boom. You're going to close that out. Close that out. I shouldn't have just closed my main game directory. Sorry, you still need your main game directory. Wait, do you? No, you don't need it right now, but I would just have it open just in case, because you are going to need it soon. So just minimize it. Then you want to download something called EUP Law and Order, and then you need your OpenIV. Okay, so now this is where this is where you have to be careful. You have to be very careful while you're doing this. Oh, that's bright. Be very careful while you're doing this. So you should, after you download the EUP Law and Order, make sure you download the OIV file version. It's just easier that way. Grab this file, drag it and drop it in the middle right here. Make sure you click install. Install this into the mods folder, not the game folder, the mods folder. Okay, just continue on installing it. This will take a while. This is the uniforms and stuff like that. So this will take a bit. The fuck? Sorry about the swear, but like. Alright, so now you're going to load into the game now. So you're going to open back your main game directory, and we're going to load the game to make sure that everything is working right. Make sure you hit this so you can refresh it. Make sure you hit this as well so you can refresh it. And then just load Rage plugin hookup again. So yes, we do this every time, unfortunately. I hold my breath now. Okay. I'm done holding my breath out. Alright, so now what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do now, guys, is you're gonna load story mode of Rage plugin hook like we've been doing the entire time. And now if you look, instead of only Lspdfr, you should see it's a loaded plugin EUP menu. And then, remember, like I said, the more plugins you install, the more your game will break. Your game is going to break if you add a lot of plugins. So that's why you kind of need to be considerate of your PC and your game. If you don't want to redo all that stuff, be considerate of yourself. Okay, you're going to type F4 and force duty again. Oops, click F4 and force duty again. Alright, and now if you click F11, that's the key it's defaulted to. It's EUP menu. click EUP Law and Order, and then whatever department, but I go with LSPD. And as you see, you will now have a uniform. And it's more realistic. So this is the uniforms. It's called EUP. And we're going to make sure everything's working right. Sam 44.
Dispatch copies. Go ahead.
Okay, so obviously we're still good. If you look at the bottom left, you can see my status. If you look at the bottom left. So if I were to say, show me 1041, Sam 44, show me 1041.
10-4, Sam 44. Gonna put you in CAD. 1 second. Got it. Welcome and have a safe patrol.
And then if I say this, Sam 44, show me 107.
10-4, Sam 44.
Then if you see now, you will now see that it says out of service. So that's good. That's good. Alright, so that's all you really need. You just need to keep checking to make sure your game is all good. And stuff like that. Alright, so now what we're going to install is now called CoreFX. You need to be in a Patreon. You need to spend money for this. So when I will put this into my Google Drive, but other than that, I can't really help you with this. So if you do end up downloading this, you're going to click CoreFX. You're going to click install.oiv. You're going to click install this into the mods folder, install. See, I bet you're saying in your mind, why does this take so long? It's only a few mods. This is why it takes so long. It takes so long because we have to keep going into the game and making sure our game doesn't crash. That's the reason why. So, again, when you install these, it is going to take a while. So, just be patient while it installs. CoreFX is the graphics mod that I use. My phone's at 18. Oh boy, forgot to plug it in. It's okay, I'll plug it in later. We're still installing, and finally. Okay. So now you're going to go to CoreFX Roads, and then you're going to install that. And then this is the very last thing that needs to be installed. These roads will take a little bit longer than the rest of it. You're going to, again, click install this into the mods folder, and then boom. And then next thing we're gonna install is called Simple HUD, but we're not gonna install that yet. Again, we have to go into the game every time we install an OpenIV thing, which is annoying, I know. But it's the price you have to pay in order to get your game working. Hey, watch your frickin' language! Alright, and then you're just going to refresh. Remember that these mods take time to install, and these can break your game. Remember to refresh your Grand Theft GTA 5 directory just in case. And then load range plugin hook, and as you load in, if you download CoreFX, you should see a notice in the loading screen. Alright, now what you're gonna do is you're going to load into the game again. And as if you install Core FX, you'll see on the bottom left of the screen, as you can see right now. Okay. Yeah, I've dealt with this before. I think I know a fix. Hold on. Hmm. I'll try loading the game again. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to fix this on my own and I'll have to stream again, but I hope that this does work. I'm old and fat and old and fat and old and fat, old and fat. Old and fat, old and fat. Old and fat, old and fat, old and fat. Oh. Yeah, I am. I'm an old bean. I'm an old fat ass. Yeah, okay, I gotta fix this. So I will fix this while I'll fix this later. I'll fix